very good morning to everybody. I hope you are well everywhere, wherever you are in the world. I needed to just come and do a quick video regarding what happened this morning. As we watched Chelsea and they've qualified for the round of 16. Um, but one thing that I just want also to say is that I actually screamed my lungs out when I saw the first 11. That how do you make 11 changes? You know that that is the weaker team that you are putting into the field, and we also want to qualify. But I was actually surprised by some of the younger players that played. We won 3-0, and when you look at Achimpong, for me he was man of the match. To be honest with you, I think even to Chelsea, this boy is world class. We need to keep him. We need to is there is no there, there is no loan for him. He has to stay at Chelsea. He has to play 10, 15, 20 games the coming season. The thing that comes with Achimpong staying in Chelsea now means that it's Gusto needs to be sold. You can't then have three right backs at the same time, right? Because what you then do is that, for instance, the coach has to move Gusto to the left side because we don't have a left back. So, and when Gusto is playing, whether out of position or in his position, you can actually see in his position that Achimpong is developing to be a much better player than him. So for me, we can get 30 million on Gusto, 35 million on Gusto, 40 million on Gusto, and go and invest it somewhere else. We can go and buy a left back, we can go and buy a left winger. So it's something that you can comment, you can tell me what you think, but I think for me, I've made up my mind. I think it's something that can be done. Then Adela, I that was his first goal for Chelsea, and it's maybe we can't talk much about that goal, but what I can only say is that I hope he's going to be one of many that will come for Chelsea, because when you play for Chelsea, we look for, if especially when you're a striker, 15 goals for a striker is not enough. You need to be 19, 20, 25, 30 goals. That means that you're a striker that has to stay at Chelsea, and you'll be the number one striker at Chelsea. Then I wanted to speak about Christopher Nkunku. Christopher Nkunku played very well. I think as much as he was not um, uh, uh, creating, but the truth of the matter is that he was very energetic. He was all over the pitch. He was playing the number 10 role. So I think he did very well. Maybe let's see what happens. But you see, the challenge with Christopher Nkunku is that he is not going to get as much game time as he could have wanted, or for us to see, because obviously Cole Palmer will be in on Saturday against Boca Juniors. So, against Benfica. I'm sorry about that. Against Benfica. So let's see what happens. I also wanted to have us to discuss about Tesson, the big Nigerian defender. For me, he is 27 now, and I think he should be in the leadership role. He hit a very good header that he did. I think those are some of the headers that you expect in the Premiership or in the league, where defender scores 3, 4, 5 goals a season. Headers, he's very tall guy and powerful guy. So he did play very well. Hence, he got the man of the match. As much as I think that. Achimpong was the man of the match, but I think Tosin also did play very well. So my issue is that can we trust him to be on the first in the first 11? Then who do we put um, as a sub? You know, who is going to be on the in the bench? So I think Maresca needs to get to a point where he needs to look at his defenders and say, these are my first two central defenders, and this is the third one and the fourth one, right? And then the rest must be sold. There's no need for us to have so many defenders. I see that the I was also happy to see Sa coming through. I think it was 10 minutes or so to go, just to see if a feel of the team, feel of the ball, feel of the competition. But I think he will go on loan this coming season. He should be going on loan. I'm also happy that I think it's not only me. I think all the Chelsea fans around the world, they were very happy to see Santos come in um, as a substitute. I think he played 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So those are some of the things because me, I was actually surprised. I thought Santos was actually going to start. But just before the match, Maresca said that he needs to adapt to the style of play that the way Chelsea plays. Okay, he needs to also to gel with other players. So I think it's good man management. You can't just throw somebody into the pitch where you can create someone to when some players when they play their first game and they don't play well, their first game, you could have destroyed them. They won. Some of them won't even come back from that disappointing first match. So sometimes it's very good to manage them, bring them ears, and when you feel as a coach that they are doing well, they are now ready, in fact, to play 30 minutes, 40 minutes here and there. But I think as we go into the preseason, they should gel. They should be able to play together and see what happens. Um, the other player that I also wanted to speak about mm, is what is it? Dubry Hall. He played the whole 90 minutes. I think at a certain point he could play like a 10, then he end up playing on the right side as a winger. And this is where problem starts to come in, that you are playing a player on the not on his preferred position, and then you don't see how good he is, and us as supporters, we just feel like, you know what, he's not doing well, he must be sold and all those kind of things. But the minute that player leaves and go and play on for other teams where he's going to play his normal central position is in the midfield, you play very well. So I think we also need to be very careful not to play players where they are not supposed to be playing, because that will also create a situation where you give a player too much pressure to perform, but you're actually using him on a wrong position. So let's see what happens on Saturday. But I know on Saturday it's going to be a completely a different ball game, a completely different team. I know your Caicedos will be back, Enzo will be back, Palmer will be back, your Netos of this world will be back. So Cucurella will be back. So it's going to be a complete different team, because obviously the team Benfica is going to. It's a very strong team. I think they also play just like. the Brazilians, the way they play, they're very compact, and they also rely mostly on your counterattacks. So let's see what happens on Saturday, and I hope we will be in the last eight, and then and then we'll see what then happens thereafter, because we have avoided obviously um Bayern Munich, and so we'll see what then happens, because obviously in the last eight, last four, it will be whatever comes, you have it. So yeah, it's money for us. Well, let's see how much we'll end up having at the end of the tournament. If we get 40 million, that'd be good for us. We'll go and buy other players. Then there is a on my any other business section. Um, Yesterday, we there was a report from Sky Sports News saying that the kittens it's almost done. So our left winger should be coming anytime. We should be happy with that. Let's see in the next 2 3 days if there's going to be an announcement by the team to say we have signed Gittens. I know that Dortmund and Chelsea, both of them, they are in America playing the same competition. So it will be easy for Maresca just to go and knock on the doors or on the hotel rooms of this Borussia Dortmund executive and say, guys, I need this player as soon as possible. So let's see. Let's keep our fingers crossed, and it will be done. And then yesterday, I spoke about the left back from Bournemouth, Kekes. I don't know if I'm not butchering the surname or the name there, but he is set to sign for Liverpool. Yesterday, Sky Sports reported that he was seen at Liverpool for medicals. So anytime, probably by this afternoon or tomorrow morning, they should be announcing him as their player. So let's see what happens there. And then the last point that I wanted to talk on my any other business is about Lyon, the one of the top teams in France. I think they won the French league. Uh, 7 times. They've produced a lot of players. I think your Drogba's, your Anelkas, your you know it's top players, but unfortunately they are going to be relegated to the second division. This is because of their financial situation. These days it's that financial fair play. It's real. It's real. So if you don't keep yourself in your books in healthy, have healthy books, then it means that you will be in trouble. It's good that Chelsea are doing very well in that aspect, but it's sad to see a team like Lyon to say they will be relegated into that. But what does that mean also to the world of football? It's not only them; it's also the players themselves. Because when you sign a contract with these teams, I think most of the teams they'll put in, especially when you sign for teams that normally plays in the bottom half of the table, your Crystal Palaces, your probably your Swanseas and whatever. Those teams, what happens is that you normally put in a condition that if you going to if the team is going to be relegated, you can be sold, right? You can go, you can tell them that this is a condition, so you can sell me, and that's it. But I'm not sure if all these Lyon first team players have that condition in their contracts, because this is a Champions League team. So sometimes you won't put that condition because you won't expect yourself, or you won't expect the team to be relegated. But that being said, um, if they are going to be relegated, then that means that they have to sell players, because some of those players will not accept to go and play in an inferior, should I say, division. So they would want to leave. So what does that mean to Chelsea? Go and sniff into Lyon's field and see if you can pick a left back there, or a left winger, or maybe another striker or something else, because they won't have the bargaining power. A player will say, I want to leave, and then you can't then sell a player 50 million, because at the end of the day, you need the money to sort out your financial problems. So let's see what happens. It's also another story to look at in the next coming days. Yeah, so I will come back in the afternoon. There is quite a number of stories that we need to talk about. So let's see what happens in the coming afternoon. Have a wonderful day further. Bye bye. See you in the afternoon.